Hey guys, Mo back again. Today I'm going to talk about 5 things you should consider when getting a folding phone. I often get the question whether or not I should get a folding phone over a regular phone. So today I'm going to talk about that and let you guys know if you should be getting a folding phone. But before doing that, just want to give a quick shout out to my partner MotoRazr. They currently offer a 5G plan for as low as $15 a month. You get super fast data, unlimited text and calling. And if you buy it now for limited time only, you get an extra 3 months if you purchase a 3-month plan. So make sure to check them out, link in the description below. The first thing you want to decide on whether you want a folding phone or not is at first you got to look at the current phone you're using. If you are currently on iOS, you have to consider whether or not you want to switch to Android. So first of all, it's just making that commitment. If you're not committed to iOS, then you can definitely consider folding phone. But if you want a folding phone from Apple, they currently don't have one yet, so you gotta wait until they eventually make one, if they ever make one. And people who have iOS, they tend to be pretty deep into the ecosystem. They got iPad, they got Apple Watches, they got all these things that talk to each other really well, Macs and everything like that. So whether or not you want to get a folding phone, you have to decide if you want to break away from the ecosystem. So that's the first decision you have to make. And if all your friends are using iPhones, if you don't mind being the green bubble person now, that's another thing to consider. Anywhere else in the world, it doesn't really matter, but in the US, for whatever reason, people make a big deal out of it. Android users are just considered not cool or weird for some reason. Apple's marketing caused people to think that way, but hey, it works for them. So that's the first decision you have to decide. If you are committed to iOS, then don't get a folding phone. If you are not, and you are fine with using an Android phone, I think Android phone have a lot to offer just in terms of customization. A lot of different options out there. You get hundreds of thousands of phones compared to just the 5 to 10 phones in the Apple lineup over the last few years. Okay, so the second reason why you want a folding phone is you actually want a tablet in your pocket. And in order to get a tablet in your pocket, you have to be willing to spend at least $2,000 after taxes. Folding phone generally priced around $1,800, but depending on where you live, after taxes and everything, it can get anywhere close to $1,900 and $2,000. Just have the extra cash just in case you buy the phone. In some cases, you might need to buy a charging brick, you need to buy a case, so be prepared to invest at least $2,000. At least you can get some crazy trade-in deals. You got gift cards laying around. There's always ways around it. But I'm just thinking worst case scenario, you have $2,000 waiting around, you want a tablet in your pocket, when you think about getting a phone, then that is something to consider. And another reason why you want a folding phone in your pocket is you're just tired of the same boring rectangular chocolate bar shaped smartphone's been pretty stale the last 5 to 10 years. iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you don't really see that much of a change. The phone even looks pretty much identical year to year. So if you're just tired of having just a minor spec bump with nothing else really new and exciting, having a phone that folds into a tablet is definitely new and exciting. So that is something to consider. And if you want a folding phone in your pocket, ideally, you probably want to use your phone more, so that may be another reason you want to get it. If you're trying to reduce screen on time, then a folding phone might not be the best thing for you, because in some cases, like the Galaxy ZFold 5, it's so thin on the outside that you feel obligated to open it up and use the larger screen most of the time. And another thing to consider, if you were to get a folding phone, these phones generally tend to be much heavier. The Pixel Fold is like a brick in your pocket. Galaxy ZFold 5 is a lighter brick in your pocket. The OpenPlus Open actually does a really good job with the weight. It weighs slightly less than the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so that's pretty cool. And then there's Xiaomi and other phones gonna be making their phone lighter as well, but for now, the majority of the phones that are readily available across the world, those tend to be generally heavier. Mostly heavy for one-handed use. It's not gonna kill you or anything, or you're not going to get sore using it. But just holding it over a long period of time, it does get tiring with a folding phone compared to just a typical flagship phone. And if you don't want a giant tablet in your pocket and you don't have $2,000 to spend, next thing you want to consider, if you maybe just want something that actually fit in your pocket. So this is where you look at the Flip series. And in this case, you don't want to spend more than $2,000. Flipping phones generally cost anywhere from the $1,000 to $1,200 range. And with the new MotoRazr, they actually have a budget variant that goes as low as $600. So that's really good to see. I wish that folding phone will find a way to push down all the way to the $1,000 range. Maybe less will be even better. But folding phones is still on the high end. Flipping phone are making their way down and they're more affordable. And with flipping phone, you actually want to reduce the screen on time because a lot of time it takes a lot of effort to even open up and close the phone. Especially you get the budget version, you get the tiny screen at the bottom, so it's mostly just for glancing notifications, kind of looking at like a smartwatch. You're not going to get the full functionality. With the MotoRazr Plus and the Galaxy Z Flip 5, you do get the full functionality, but at the same time, there's a tiny screen. You don't want to be playing games or watching YouTube on a tiny screen anyway, so unfortunately you have to open it up. And once you do open it up, it's kind of like a regular smartphone, so you're not really getting any different there. Kind of funny, I got my wife the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and she told me she doesn't even bother folding her phone anymore. So at that point, it kind of defeats the purpose of a flipping phone. So unless you really want something that is small and fit in your pocket, women, they generally have smaller pockets for whatever reason. Guys, we have bigger pockets in our clothes. Women, they have smaller pockets or no pockets at all. I think that's just a marketing thing to get them to buy purses and other accessories. But even purses, they have small purses as well. I mean, there are big purses, small purses, but you want a phone that folds small, fit nicely in one of your carry-on bag. The flipping phone is the way to go if that is your main priority. Other than that, once you open it up and use it, pretty much like a regular phone. So you only want to get a flipping phone if you just want something to fit in your pocket and you want to reduce your screen on time, because it is a lot of effort to open up the phone every single time you want to use it. And another thing you want to know about flipping and folding phones is you do have to make a lot of sacrifices. The crease is ugly. On a flipping phone, you're always grazing it. It's right, big and thin in the middle. If you wear sunglasses during the summer, you'll get weird reflection due to the fact that light is hitting it at a certain angle. It looks really strange. If you're not wearing sunglasses every day, it's fine, but that was something I discovered with the Z Flip 5 that I never knew was a thing before. And even on the ZFold 5, the Pixel Fold, they got a giant crease in the middle. I do like that OnePlus did a really good job of smoothing out the crease. It's not completely gone, but they got rid of it at least 90 to 95% of the way. Compared to the Pixel Fold and the Galaxy Z Fold 5, I feel like they're about 60 to 70% of the way. You still notice it a lot of time. And once someone open up the phone and look at it first time, they can be like, why is there that ugly crease in the middle? And you're spending $2,000 on a phone. You shouldn't need to be justifying these things to people. But that is going to be the first thing people notice once they open up your Galaxy Z Fold 5. And with folding phones in general, you are not getting the best camera. Galaxy Z Fold 5 is not the best camera. If you want the best S series, it is the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is half the price. Same thing for the Pixel series. The Pixel Fold is not the best camera system. You would want to look at the Pixel 8 Pro, which is also once again half the price, and you are getting the better camera setup. And a lot of time with folding phone, they do leave a bunch of random features out. You don't get the typical IP68 water resistant that you get. Even on like $500-600 phone, they still get IP68 water resistant. With the Galaxy Z Fold and Pixel and OnePlus Open, they all elected to have only water resistant, but not dust resistant. And even OnePlus, their water resistance is about half the capacity that other flagship phones do have. So they make a lot of sacrifices there. And folding phone, they don't even offer dust resistant. So when you open up the phone, you use it, it looks dusty, it looks ugly, it looks dirty. So that's going to be something you notice, that folding phone, due to the material that they use, it does tend to pick up a lot of dust. Although on the MotoRazr Plus, they elected to have dust resistance, so it is a much cleaner look. But the MotoRazr Plus, they do not have water resistance. So $1,000 phone, $2,000 phone, you are making a lot of sacrifices compared to a standard flagship phone that does not fold. And you're just paying for the novelty factor, you're paying for the cool factor, you're paying for portability in your pocket, you're paying for a tablet in your pocket, but you do have to make sacrifices if those things really matter to you. And finally, the fifth reason why you want to get a folding phone is you just want to have fun again. You're just tired of the same old boring smartphone every single year. You're tired of buying the same Galaxy, same iPhone every single year. Now you want to try something new and exciting. Folding phone do have a lot of weird features, like the flipping series. You have a pretty much built-in tripod wherever you go. You can just fold up your phone, set it on a table, make some TikTok videos, start dancing. You can do food blogs, record yourself eating. You can record a phone review like me, just prop your phone on camera, start recording there as well. And you want like a giant tablet in your pocket so you get a better viewing experience. Have a tablet anywhere you go. You want to watch YouTube on a big screen, that's pretty convenient. And you just want to remember the good old days, hang up on people dramatically like the Galaxy Z Flip 5 or MotoRazr Plus. These are all the things to consider. Alright guys, hope you guys find this video to be helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are on flipping and folding phones in general. If you would be consider getting one. Let me know what phone you have today. If you have an iPhone, would you consider getting a folding phone, or are you just going to wait until Apple eventually make their own if they ever do, or you have any Android phone, let me know if you are considered getting a flipping or folding phones as well. Over the last few years, it's mostly been Samsung that's been dominating the way just in terms of folding phones. But now you see Oppo, OnePlus, Pixel, many other carriers jumping on because there's more room to grow and make it more fun and exciting compared to just a standard rectangular smartphone that the same every single year. I appreciate the time as always. Please check out my last review on my OnePlus Open, which is actually my favorite folding phone so far. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.